Every legend has a story. Every story has a beginning. New energy, new show, new money. The D-Money Show. Live on YouTube. Weekdays at 1:30 p.m. Eastern.
Took those buys off the 200 level. Who's doing it like we doing it at the BDH, the D-Money Show, Power Hour? Nobody's doing it like us, chat. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. I close. I'm out. Where's my money bucket? Where's that money bucket at? It's raining money, chat. It's raining money. The market maker's raining money on me. We got a visitor, chat. Let's see who it is. Jerome's in the house. Live from the BDH. I'm here, baby. That boy good. That boy good. That boy good. What up, what up, what up? D-Money in the house. We back like we never left, chat. We back. Man, this gap fill's happening right now, right? Oh my goodness. Sierra Whitfield, love the intro. Let's go. What's up, D-Buddy? Did you trade earlier? Yeah, I caught some trades. We'll go over that in a few minutes. So, Kenny Yaya, second comment, Napster 3. What's up? You were the first comment on the stream, so good afternoon. We back. Jasper, amazing. Yeah, the drop. Rummy 441. Man, this thing is finally picking a direction to the downside. Let's go. So let me kind of map out the official. We're like right at the gap fill. Gap fill is like here. So like that 549, 548 level. Watching from South Africa. What up? 25 525. Yeah, it's like roughly I mean, if you want to call it maybe 525, but I mean at least to the top of this previous that green candle, so like that 550 level roughly. Zayn 3212. Good afternoon. What's up, D Money? Hey, what's up? How are you? D Money just took a payout in Take Profit Trader. Thank you for everything that you taught. Hey, man. Like I always say, guys, I appreciate the kind words, but you took the trades. I did take some trades this morning, guys. Let me kind of pull that up real quick. So I was able to capitalize on some of the moves this morning I saw. So that's 3 of the funded accounts. Let's go. So we'll see what happens here. I mean, we're almost at the gap fill. So we'll have to kind of see what we can get. I mean, right? I'll have to see what I can get. I got a question. Your 14 EMA, is it close or open? It's default setting, so it's probably close. Let me double check. Yeah, close. And it's kind of hard to catch it right now, right? I mean, technically, if I wanted to short it down, I mean, I might take a stab here, guys, on some evals because I've already made money on these funded accounts. So probably going to trade evals this session because I've already made money in the funded accounts. So obviously the play right now is bearish, right? If I take a short, it's going to be down, probably trying to see if we can get new lows on the session. 648 would be the stop loss. Been grabbing 10 points over and over and over all morning with shorts. Let's go. Yeah, that's hey. I want a short right now. I'm not gonna lie, guys, because based off of what I'm seeing, right? You had a doji candle, 15-minute chart. Previous 15-minute chart was bearish, so I think we could get a flush down. So I'm probably gonna take a stab at a short. Stop loss
order filled
is gonna be basically above the previous 5-minute candle's high. If it rejects, that's fine. I mean, I'm trying to ride the momentum to the downside. Trying to target at least maybe 607 if we can get down there. If we maybe lower. But these are eval accounts, guys. These are evals, right? So I'm not gonna I've already made money, almost over 3,000 in the funded accounts, so I'm gonna trade evals, see if I can get some evals, some profit on some evals here. See what happens. And entry was not the best entry, 617. Want to see if we can get a flush and put in new lows, right? $609 is basically, there you go. Nice. It's trying. Let's see if we can get a flush through here now, right? I want to flush through 609. Which would be almost 10 points. I mean, 607 would be 10 points actually. There you go. Nice. So I'm taking that, guys.
order filled.
Let's go. And that was basically the low, right? So the low of that candle was 608. About 10 points. Just trying to make a little money. Justin Fry, your EMA strategy absolutely cooks during Asian session. Yeah, well, you know it'll work in any session as long as you got some decent momentum in the market. Jose 588, what's up, big bro? Hey, what's up, man? How are you? Just trying to make a little money. Just took one trade. D-Money, what it do? W. Steve, Stefani 7251. Hey, what up? Little money made W. Yeah, so these are going to be quick scalps, guys, because we've already we've been putting in low after low after low, right? So got to be cautious of that. We got 20 minutes left on the 1 hour candle. So I am kind of cautious of that. And what I mean, guys, is based off how I trade. So is this going to flush and fill the gap, or are we going to get the next 1 hour candle that kind of pushes up and then flushes down, right? So I'm taking quick scalps because we're already down. We're so far away from the EMA on the 1 hour chart. So we're already 171 points, 173 points away. Let me switch to that real quick. So we're already on the 1 hour chart, guys, we're down like 172 points. So remember, the further you get away from the EMAs, it doesn't mean that there won't be more downside coming, but you also have to be aware that there could be a retest coming before more downside. So taking what I can get. Is my strategy scalping? Yes, I'm a scalper. I use the higher time frame, 1 hour and 4 hour chart to kind of build my bias, and I go down to the 5 minute chart, and you can kind of see it right now, right? The 1 hour chart, look at the rejection off the EMA on a 1 hour chart, right? You had bearish momentum to the downside. You had a retest of the EMAs. You had a wick at the top, wicking off the EMAs, and now you got more downside pressure. But this is why I closed that trade out though, right? Because look at the 5 minute chart now. Quick little roughly 10 point trade. Mark 1986, I love you. I love you. D-Money is from the NASDAQ scalper tribe. Let's go. Just trying to make a little money. Yeah, guys, I mean, every trade doesn't have to be a home run trade, right? So I'm content with that. Made almost 4,000, I guess, this morning on the funded accounts. So today's a good day. Good price action, right? Good volatility. Which prop firms? So yeah, some of these are Lucid. I'll be having some Legend accounts as well. So let's go. Good idea for a long? I don't see a long. I mean, I'm just being honest. We're bearish. So if you're taking a long right now, you're basically kind of going counter trend, and you're basically saying that the short selling is over. Now, doesn't mean that you can't be right on the trade. I'm just saying that this is the 4 hour chart. You got a lot of bearish momentum. And we're also currently, what we got to keep in mind going forward in a week, if we can get a nice close below the 14 and 50 EMA on the 4 hour chart, then that's even stronger for us, right? Because we're starting to form like a bearish EMA cross. This is the 4 hour chart. So much for 600. Bounce level D-Money. Hey, Charting Queen, what up? Yeah, it could be. I mean, we filled the gap. I mean, we're only how much left on that gap, right? And we know that gaps don't have to get 100% filled, but I mean, we came like what, 30 points from filling that gap. When am I coming back live? 9 a.m. I'm not sure yet. So PW's in California right now. He's out there racing in the desert again. So oh, man. Is Ginger single? The chat is undefeated. Is it lonely without PW? I mean, I miss my compadre. You got a nice little reaction from the lows, but based off how I trade, we know that we're going into a 1 hour candle close as well, right? So yeah, and guys, we could get a nice reaction from this level. I'm not saying that, I'm not oblivious to that, because we came pretty much 30 points from filling that gap. So, but I'm still gonna let price action kind of dictate how I'm gonna trade it, right? And guys, you guys, if this is, well, first of all, if this is your first time tuning in to the D-Money Show, thank you for tuning in. And if you're a regular, I appreciate it, but you guys know how I trade, right? So if I'm bullish, I want price back above the EMAs on the 5-minute chart. That's just how I trade, right? So 50% of new opening gap on October 27 went 1 point through it and rejected it. Can I go over the wicks on the 1-hour chart? So all right, current 1-hour chart that we're looking at, and you have rejection of the EMAs and you had this seller pressure to the downside. Now guys, like I said, where's the market? And I think Charting Queen was kind of saying bounce level, right? So guys, like the market is gonna basically trap as many people as it can in one direction, right? So even if they're gonna continue dropping it lower, doesn't mean that that gap fill is gonna happen right now, right? The perfect gap fill, meaning that we're gonna close at like 570 to like 550 area. We came extremely close. I mean, the low of this current candle on the 4-hour chart is 601, 25,601. You still got 12 minutes left on this candle, so that could happen now, or maybe the next 4-hour candle that opens at 2 o'clock, maybe we get a push up, trap in more buyers, and then drop it lower, right? I mean, that could happen. So, but as far as wicks, yeah, I'm looking at wicks because wicks tell a story, right? So wicks kind of tell you where price couldn't get through a certain level as strength or rejection. And there's not a lot, I mean, there's not a lot of like wicks to the upside, I would say, right? Like rejection, like coming down. I mean, you got a standard wick. I like this wick on this indecision candle, pretty much that rejected the EMA, and then you had some selling pressure. So now if you're trying to get short, like where's your stop? That's what I'm always looking at, right? The EMAs, if we're in true momentum to the downside, they're gonna hold. That's my thought process, right? As an EMA trader. So this 5-minute chart, 14 EMA currently at the moment is being respected, right? And you're getting more selling pressure. Stone World, boom, D-Money. Hey, what up? It has to trap to get fuel for the move. Gold 1349. I agree. Yep. When you write, you write. When you write, you write. And that's why, like, I wouldn't get married to, like, if you're taking a retest buy, like, so to speak, saying it's gonna bounce up, like, I wouldn't get married to it unless we can show some strength to the upside at the EMAs, right? Because on nice days like this, when the market has some strength and conviction, the EMAs typically perform pretty well, right? Meaning that they're pretty good levels to hold. So like if I'm bearish right now, I don't want to see price close back above the previous 5-minute candles high. So this 25,658.50, I don't want to see price back above that level. Short term. Do you trade based off EMAs only? No, price action. Price action's king. Price action is always going to be king, guys, over everything else. Doesn't matter what anybody tells you. That's the truth, right? Price action's always going to be king, and I'm using the EMAs as confluence. So like I would want to see strength here, right? If I'm short-term bullish, I want to see this current 5-minute candle close above the 14 EMA. Because you had like a push up, you had a little retest down, and now you got this candle that's pushing higher, right? So, and this is the current 1 hour chart that is not encouraging if I'm short-term bearish, because the wick at the bottom is 60 points. Let's go. Roughly 60 points. Do I see Ginger trading back there? Yeah, Ginger's in a trade, guys. Oh, man. D-Money is mine explaining why this is not a good opportunity to take a short on the 5 minute after rejection of the EMAs. It purely based on a higher time frame. So I'm just saying I'm waiting for the close of the 1 hour candle because we've already dropped so much overall. Guys, I'm just playing it safer than, because I know myself, right? Like if I'm wrong on this trade, then there's going to be FOMO and I'm going to be upset about it, and right, probably try to chase and make something happen that's probably not there. So we're at the close of a 1 hour candle. We're coming up on the close of it. 8 minutes left. Typically in the last 10 to 15 minutes, you get a reaction. A lot of times the opposite direction. We know that and this is bullish right now. This is bullish momentum right now, right? That we're seeing on the 5 minute chart. Because you had a strong push up, you had a retest below the EMA, and now you got to push above the EMA, right? So if this 5 minute candle closes like this, that's not great if I'm bearish right now. And look at the wick. I don't like the wick on the 1 hour chart. This is this tells me that there's buyers, a lot of buyers stepping in at this level. A lot of buyers right now stepping in. So just kind of keep that in mind. And guys, it's okay. Like I think Charting Queen called out like buys, you know, like bounce level, and I mean, she's not wrong, right? I mean, you had a crazy reaction, basically 30 points, basically I guess above the gap fill, right? Because it didn't fill the total gap, but it got like 30 points close to it, and I mean, you got a 60-70 point reaction. Sorry, D-Money, I'm new to candles, but can you tell me what the red line is? Yeah, that's the 14 and 50 EMA. Let me pin that in the chat. We do have some content coming out, guys, that's gonna kind of go over these EMAs as well, so. Took loans from 620. Nice. Code Ginger for the best Roman P-Money wig deals. Oh, man. Yeah, guys, like, so remember, right? So these are, I'm going to be trading evals in this session because I made like 4,000 on the funded accounts this morning. So I'm going to try to see with the volatility, can I get some more evals pass? And like I said, this 5 minute candle, yeah, you got a lot of strength to the upside. I mean, this is looking not great right now for if I'm a bear. That's why you have to take your profit and run, guys. Like it's far, and I'm not saying that you can't hold a trade, but I'm saying realize that when you're so far away from the EMAs on a higher time frame, a lot of times this is the 1 hour chart, like I was kind of saying earlier, you're gonna get some kind of reaction back. So the opposite direction. This is the 14 EMA, 25,783. The low of this current 5 minute candle was like 180 points away, right? But you had a lot of selling pressure since 10 o'clock to the downside. Almost 300 points. So a retest would not be surprising to the upside. Dylan, I love your strategies, bro. You make it super relatable and don't overcomplicate it. Hey, I appreciate that, man. I'm just sharing with you guys like kind of things that I picked up on trading the market, and you know, so I'm not surprised that there's a retest, right? But where's the momentum right now? The overall momentum is bearish until otherwise, right? So basically I kind of use the EMAs as confluence. All right, so this previous 5-minute candle closed above the 14 EMA. That's not great if I'm a short-term bear. I want to see price back below the EMA. So for me to get short right now, so if that's the question, for me to get short, price needs to close back below the 14 EMA on the 5-minute chart. So this 25,657, I need to be below that level. I need to close a strong candle close, not like a candle, not like a doji candle, but a strong momentum candle back to the downside. And it's starting to happen right now, right? So if that candle closes with some strength here, then we're probably headed for new lows, right? Just based off the momentum. We'll see. See what happens. Have I ever used fair value gaps? Guys, I've tried pretty much everything under the sun. I've been trading for 10 years. So I've tried a lot of different strategies, and I kind of got back to my basics because it works for me, right? So I'm not gonna be the streamer, guys, that kind of talks or says that something doesn't work, so to speak. That's for you to figure out. Like if you're invested in fair value gaps, then you know, I mean, best of luck to you, right? I don't trade them. You know, I use the EMAs. Some people don't like the EMAs, right? So it's a preference thing. Could bounce back off that EMA too. Yeah, Sports Done, you're absolutely correct. That's why I was saying, right? If I want to be short, I want to close below the EMAs. I want a solid close below the EMA. Right now, price is bullish, in my opinion, because you put in higher lows, 5-minute chart, right? You put in higher lows so far, that's kind of holding. You had a strong close above the 14 EMA, so momentum could be back to the upside. And I mean, we're getting close to the close of this 1 hour candle. I want to see if it's going to close as a bullish pin bar, right? That's what it's fighting to try to close as a bullish pin bar. This current 1 hour candle could do anything. Yeah, you just got to wait and see. That's trading. So we get paid to react. Right? Like, so if I'm right, I get, you know, if I'm right on the trade, I got paid because I reacted to what the market was doing, not trying to basically be proactive, right? Oh man. DMONEY, your patience is infectious. I love it. Hey, I appreciate that. But guys, like I always say, I gotta trade the way that I trade now, guys, because I've blown a ton of accounts when I don't trade this way. I'm just being honest with you guys. I'm not great at, you know, oh, it's reversing back up, so let me catch some of the move, right? Even if I'm bullish right now, I still want to see it respect these EMAs to the upside. I just have to put rules in place, because if not, no good for me. Guys, hit the like button if you haven't. We got almost 1,500 people watching the stream right now. We're coming up on 2 o'clock. I would appreciate it if you're not subscribed to the channel. Let's go. So yeah, I'm just kind of waiting now, right? Like I want to see. So if I'm bullish, we should not take out this previous candle's low, 653. Because that would be like a little short-term low that was put in, right? And price should expand higher. Maybe try to go up and test the 50 EMA on the 5-minute chart, 25,707. So I'm kind of watching, right? Because I want to see. If I take a buy, as an example, if I took a buy, my stop would be below the previous candle's low, 653. So about 20-point stop. All right, I'm gonna take a buy,
Order
guys.
filled.
I'm gonna see if we can get up to 707. Stop will be below the previous candle's low. And that's just trying to see if we can push, right? And put in a high up to 707, possibly. I mean, maybe I'll close it if I get 10 points. That's also on the 15-minute chart, the 14 EMA is at 702. So if we start to reject, then I'm gonna, if we get back below 660, I'm gonna close the trade out. Because I wanna see strength, right? Like, basically, I'm just trying to buy into the theory that price put in a higher high and that we're gonna continue with more upside, right? 15-minute candle. So this is what I'm saying on the 15-minute chart. There you go, right? 15-minute chart. The EMA is at 700 basically. So that will probably be the take profit if we can get there. If we're gonna reject here, that's not great. So I want momentum in the market to push us to 707. If we get back above below 661, I don't want to be in a long anymore. So we'll see. One more pop and I want to see if we can get up here to like at least 699. All right, there's the pop. Come on, let's go. Let's see if we can, maybe 690. But if it's gonna die out, then, you know, it's invalid, right? And that's fine. I can always close and go from there. But I wanted to hold this EMA. Like, I don't want to see it back below 660. That's like the line in the sand. And if we're gonna turn bearish, that's fine because I can always join that party, right? Struggling. Let's see. $682. So 689 would be like 10 points. Kind of stalling out. All right, so the 707 is the, on the 5-minute chart, is the 50 EMA. Do you use a lower than 5-minute? No, I don't. I want to see it pump now, right? I don't want to see it come back down here. And right back down. All right. Gonna give it a second. If it flushes this 14, I'm gonna be out. And I tried to higher high, right? But this is like kind of like consolidation, so we'll see what happens here on this trade. Small wick on the bottom of the, or sorry, small wick on the top of the current 5-minute candle. So I want to see a quick reaction, right? Like this is kind of slowed down a little bit. So we might not get back up there, to be honest. It's not looking like it. 653, so I'll kind of watch that. If we get down here, 15-minute chart's looking weak right now. $688. All right. Yeah, it's looking like rejection, guys. So I'm gonna close this. I don't like the price action, so I closed it out. And I'll kind of wait now to see if how this candle closes. I'm gonna wait for this 5-minute candle to close. So still green on the day on it, right? I'm up like 294, but I don't like the price action. Like I wanted a faster reaction, but it was below the EMA, so I closed, right? So now let's see how this candle closes. I gotta wait, right? So if it flushes this area, then that's probably more downside, and I'll probably try to target shorts. And what I was looking at on the 5-minute chart was you had higher lows that were being put in, right? So you had a low that was being put in, then you had a higher low that was being put in, right? So then you had to eat right at the EMA. So I didn't want to give it that much room. This is technically the short-term low, right? That was put in. That should technically hold, but that's below the EMA. Once it broke the EMA for me, that was it. Because I know that the is bearish. This is the current 1-hour chart. So that's not looking great either for buys. That's looking like possible rejection back down for lows, right? For new lows on the day. So we'll see. Great trade, man. Perfect example of managing risk. Cutting losses when your plan is invalidated. You will get the next one, fam. Yeah, you're not gonna catch everyone, right? So that's just how it is. I didn't like the price action, so I closed it. I mean, but I'm very interested to see how this 5-minute candle closes. It's about to dump. Yeah, you might be right. That's what it's looking like to me, right? So far. NASDAQ W6T, D-Money, what's up? Hey, what's up? How are you? Trying to see if I can frame this next sell. All right, so that's bearish to me. New low put in, right? So 659, okay? 659. So is this low? So I guess the question is gonna be, is this 629.25 level that I got the gray box on, is that gonna hold? That's the question. But you had consolidation up here, and then you had a drop down. So caught a 60-point drop with PW around 1220. Nice. Bearish, but why do you make out of those crazy green bars? So no, I'm just drawing out a short-term low, swing low. I'm probably gonna take a short here, guys. Stop is gonna be trying to frame that out. All right, there's the push up. Kind of weird price action, right, with that consolidation, and then you got to drop. But the reason why that bar was drawn out is because that's a short term. That was a higher low that was put in on the way up for price. That technically right now is still intact. That's why. When you draw the bar across, it's still intact, right? Price put in like a little swing low, pushed up. The weird part is it consolidated, so Is there more continuation? All right. So I want a short based off of being back below the 14 EMA. Bremen 777. That lineup is fresh. Let's go. Yeah. Shout out to my barber, Miguel. So we in the game. D-Money, for someone just starting out, what do you recommend we work on? Like the beginning steps. I finished PW's course. Now what? You need chart time. Even if you're only trading one. See, this is why I didn't short it, guys. Right? This is why. Because that short term, like little higher low, was not taken out yet. When somebody was asking why the gray box on the screen. How often do I get a haircut? Probably like every couple weeks. D-Money, you made good profits today. Don't need to trade in the day. Yeah, that's why I'm trading evals right now. These are eval accounts, guys. Caught some of the shorts earlier during the US session on the funded accounts, right? Almost 4,000. So I'm not gonna trade those in this session. Can it pick a side and go? I know. That's what I'm waiting for, right? Because so you had price, had a pretty good pump up, had a retest, pump up, consolidation. And then you had a sell off, and then now we're right back above the 14 EMA. So classic price action. Tom 8790, big up Miguel for not pushing that hairline back and blessing that fade. LOL. Let's go. Yeah, so now I just got to be a little bit patient. I mean, if I wanted a short from here, technically, I mean, that was actually decent risk for reward, but meaning that the stop loss was measured. Stop loss would have been like 13 points. Not bad, but all right, 15-minute candle is going to close. How's the 15-minute chart looking? So 15-minute chart got a wick at the top and the bottom. Excuse me. So that's definitely some indecision. Trading View, yeah. Mr. Frank, it's the 14 and 50 in EMA and they're closed. And I think that's default, to be honest. That's default settings. Default as far as being closed. Just a regular EMA, I just use the 14 and the 50. Yeah, the gray box is basically a short-term, like if you want to say like swing low that was, or higher low that was put in the market. See how we're pushing up? Like this is what I'm saying. This is a little tricky right now. $14 and $50 on 5 minutes. Yeah, correct. Yeah, I'm on yeah. So I use the 14 and 50 on all time frames, guys. That trade didn't work out, right? I took two trades. One was a buy, one was a sell. So the first trade was a winning trade. The second trade did not work out. It was a losing trade. So that's fine. That happens. We are below the 14 EMA on this is a 15-minute chart. So we're below it, but we're putting in higher lows as well. So that's a little concerning. But if I wanted to be bearish right now, if I wanted a short, my stop would have to be above 688. So I will probably lower my size to one contract, and I'm gonna short it, guys. See if we can get down to 629. I'm only trading one contract. And that's based off the 15-minute chart. 688 is a hard stop. I want to see if we can at least get down to 639. We'll see what happens. Which is the previous candle's low, right? Up, right back up. Yeah, guys, if you haven't hit the like button, please do. We got 1,700 people watching, guys, almost 1,700. So do me a solid, hit the like button, guys. If you're not subscribed to the channel, let's go. Trying to see if we can get down and put in a new low, like 640 area. Well, previous candle's low, that is, right? So have to be careful though, like if it doesn't, I want it to go now. Like I don't want it to keep stalling. Because I know that we had a nice little retest. All right, there you go. Let's see if we can get down to 640. So this is place to quick trade and pass it. Yeah, right. Yeah, but you got to be aware, right? I mean, this is that price action, guys. That's why I'm doing evals. Made money obviously during the US session. Kind of talked about that, but I want to see it go now, right? This is like that kind of tricky price action where they can flush it or not and yoke it back the opposite direction. So that's why I'm only trading one contract. And it's literally going back and forth, right? It's like, and I'm also aware that the higher low has been respected so far. So I needed to flush like 640, like that's the thing, right? If it respects 640, that's not great short term for bears. Bear flagging for now until it's not. Yep, you're right. When you right, you right. But we still want conviction, right? We still want it to flush and not play around at a level. If it can't go down, guys, where is it gonna go? Right, either sideways and consolidate or back up. So have the and they're not dropping it yet, right? It keeps dropping and reversing. So side Mr. Crab style, exactly. Yep, and there's the push, right? So this is what I'm saying, right? So that low is being respected, guys. That swing low that was put in on the 5-minute chart, they're pushing this thing up. That's what it's looking like so far. So I'll be out at like 667, and it's right there right now. And look at the nastiness on the 5-minute chart. You got rejection, 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 and pushing right back up, right? So let's see. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right. All right. Come on. There you go. I'm gonna close.
Order filled.
We'll take it. Just because of the price action, right? It's like knee-jerk reaction. We'll take the profit, guys. Exactly. DJ Rizback, exactly. Should have flushed, right? And we got to recognize that, right? So like the wicks, you can just pull that if you want. I'm just talking right now. If you want to find it. Yeah, so the wicks, just do it on that screen. Yeah. The wicks guys tell a story, right? And how many times did it try to flush and they popped it right back up? And it came pretty close, right? I mean, I think the low was like 642. My take profit was like 640. I'm not gonna fight over 2 points in this kind of price action. Mary Prayer House, do you use only EMAs? I use EMAs, but I also use price action. I'm a price action trader, momentum trader. And right now we don't really have momentum, right? I mean, it's wicks to both sides. Let's go. Right back up. Something's gonna come, guys. We know that. Pine Tree Trader, what's up? Just trying to make a little money. MMQ flush. Yeah, I see that. D-Money, how do you get your Trader background light? I don't mean the chart. So go into settings and back, and there's a setting for that. Go into settings and you can adjust it. And then your preferences as well. There's a couple settings in there. What EMAs, and can you explain? So yeah, I tagged the EMAs at the top of the chat, guys. So it's 14 and 50 EMA. I use them as basically almost like supporting resistance, if you want to call it that, when prices and momentum. They're pretty good indicators. Doesn't mean they're perfect. Doesn't mean they're going to work all the time, but I like to use them as basically take profit areas, or maybe entry areas or stop loss areas. You got it? How many more days to pay out? So yeah, probably, hopefully either Friday or going into early next week, guys. I should be able to cash out some Lucid payouts. Got to make sure the consistency is, I got to lower the consistency a little bit. Trading Strategy Channel, I told you, the 1450 show will get you off repeat. Let's go. I need a t-shirt with 14 and 50 EMA on it. Yeah. Yeah, guys, that's why I closed that trade, right? And I know that, some people, oh, why'd he close, right? Because price is not breaking down and holding. It's pushing right back up. So, in my opinion, some buys might be, might be in play. Because we can't break down, and we got way more upside that we could tackle easily, right? I mean, 25,767 is the 1 hour chart's 14 EMA. If they want to take the market there. 30-minute chart, at least 25,723. And we're pretty close to the 14 EMA on the 15-minute chart, 25,694. So what I kind of saw was price did not want to go lower, at least right now. As soon as it dropped, they pushed it right back up. So got to take what you can get in this kind of market. Can I make a YouTube tutorial video like YouTube Shorts of your strategy, D-Money? Yeah, we're actually we're working on that. So, dividend for keeps. Hey, D-Money, I'm long time fan and use PW code all the time when I get accounts. I won a free account about a month ago and I never did receive accounts. So yeah, I would email. So I would recommend you email. Oh, 1 second. info@onlypropfirms.com. So email info@onlypropfirms.com. AMD earnings today, Frostbit? Man. All right, so if you guys were tuned into the stream yesterday, yeah, I mean over the last couple of days actually, right? We've had a ton of earnings and the market kind of stalled and kind of gave desired moves when those earnings were released. So just kind of keep that in mind, right? Because right now we're clearly consolidating. I mean, until we kind of get out of this range. FX golfer, D-Money with the crispy lineup. Let's go. Yeah, guys. I got paid, guys. PW paid me, guys. I went and got a fresh lineup. I'm just joking. Dollar cross average for longs. Yeah, that could be the move. I mean, clever name. Yeah, I appreciate that. So yeah, guys, took like 3 trades, right? 2 winners, 1 loser so far. Up $430 across these accounts. 30-minute candle is gonna close in about 45 seconds. You got it? So what was I looking at on the 5-minute chart? I was looking at higher, like these lows that are holding. I mean, you could do the same thing here. That's kind of saying that, like, right? You got more lows that are being put in and they're being held and respected, and price is kind of like pushing back up. So kind of stalling. We've stalled out a little bit, which could be expected, to be honest, right? We had a pretty big move actually around like 12 or 12:30, which is a little strange. So a lot of time price wants to stall out after that, right? So who knows? I mean, this could be a slow grind back up. Brett QAR3F, shout out D-Money. Hey, what's up? Yeah, guys, if you haven't hit the like button, please do. We got 1,732 people tuned into the stream. Let's go. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I really do. Don't take it for granted. There's a lot of streamers out there, guys, right? So we've actually, believe it, I mean, it's kind of crazy for me, guys. I'm gonna be honest. Like, all right, here's the flush. So is this gonna put in a low below this gray box? That's what I'm waiting for, to see if it can put in a low below this like these previous like little lows that were put in. So I want to see it put in a low below 25,639.75. And this is probably going to be a flush town, right? So let's see. Yep. So new low. And it's probably going to tackle this one. One candle. Gotta love NQ, guys. Yep. Yeah, it's looking like, yeah, I agree, right? So now, obviously, I'm short biased again. See how this 5-minute candle closes. We got about 3 minutes. Do I take a short on this? The way that I trade, I'm not gonna enter now because my stop loss, like where would I place my stop? My stop would have to be back above at least the EMA. I mean, you could. I mean, 22 points, that's not bad. I would probably put it above the previous 5-minute candle's high, which is 32 points. You gotta love NQ though. Gotta love it, man. Is there any yoke merchandise? I know, right? So yeah, they want lower, guys, based off what we're seeing, right? All right, so newer low, low was established, took out this low, took out this low. This is what I wanted earlier. This is exactly what I wanted. Has to do the gap fill. Yeah, I mean we would like it to do the gap fill in this session. Doesn't have to though. But I mean, it's fairly close, right? So it wouldn't be a surprise. I mean, if you're talking 4-hour chart, we are roughly 50 points, 50 plus points. So what I'm waiting for now, I'm waiting for the open of the next 5-minute candle, and I want it to push up and maybe do like a retest so I can short it, so I can try to ride it down. Richard Hardy, you're gonna buy here? I mean, to each his own, right? I don't see a buy, but I'm not here to provide financial advice, so. Hey, D-Money, watch out. There's a pivot under the price action right now, and it's been bouncing off the pivots today. Yeah, now that's a good call, Richard, for sure, right? So, but I am kind of looking at like 15-minute chart. This is the rejection that I kind of wanted, maybe to tap down to this level, and I'm probably on, if I take a short, guys, it's only going to be one contract because I'm going to lower the risk. Empires FX. Is 5K account easy to pass? I mean, it could be, but yeah, look at this reaction back up, guys. So somebody was mentioning the pivots. So it could be easy to pass, but you also got to keep in mind the drawdown. How much drawdown do you have? That's the question too, right? So I would imagine you got very small risk for error on that, on a 5K account. 21 point wick on the current 15-minute candle. Stop loss would have to be about 20 points. I wanted to retest up. I'm gonna take a short, guys. Stop will be 665, top of the previous candle. See if we can get down to 624. Only one contract, right? So and I wanted to react quick down here. There you go. If I get close to 10 points, I'll probably close, guys. I want to flush now. Like, I want it to go now. I don't want it to stall. Nice. All right, I'm closing, guys.
Order filled.
Let's go. Let's go. Haha. Yeah, that was a 30-point flush, guys. Drop a W in the chat if you took that trade off the EMAs. You're trying to make a little money. Let's go. That boy good. That boy good. Yeah, so that was exactly right, chat. That was exactly the flush that I wanted earlier. And it's still dropping. Haha. ZZZ Silver Lotus made a little money. Yeah, guys, so that's how I use the EMAs, right? So anybody that was asking in the chat, like how I use the EMAs, I mean, I don't think I can explain it any better than that trade, to be honest, right? I mean, and you also have to keep in mind, if you guys notice, I waited until on this trade, I waited until these temporary, like short-term swing highs, or higher lows, I'm sorry. These temporary higher lows were taken out. When price took out these temporary higher lows, I got in on this next candle, right? And now we got expansion to the downside. And it's still, I mean, she gone. I mean, I mean, guys, this candle, this is a 40-point candle so far to the downside, but pretty much with no drawdown, right? Like, I mean, it's literally. Snipe 759 D money. No money, nice trade. Market maker gave you some money. Let's go. Yeah, guys, so that's, like I said, I don't think I can kind of talk through that. I'll probably have the editor like kind of chop that and like try to edit it. So we'll probably like post that as a short, because I think it kind of fills the questions that we kind of get a lot. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is the gap fill, right? The sport's done. I absolutely positively must get better at trailing winners. Yeah, it's not easy, man, sometimes, right? It's like, you know, it's frustrating, like when you'll hold your losers longer than your winners. It's super frustrating. D Money, how long did it take you to be able to make money in those 10 years? I mean, I think it's like a little unconventional, because I think I made money. I didn't make any money trading penny stocks. I started off with that, and then the whole Tim Sykes like deal, and then basically I switched over to stock options. I made money with stock options. That was like after like, I guess like 2 years in or something. And then, you know, so it's been like a little unconventional, to be honest. Made money in Forex and then futures. So would you buy the gap fill first touch? Nah, I'm not. I used to trade that way, guys, and I didn't have a lot of success. I'm just being honest. Do I ever use MACD? No, I do not. So, all right, at this point, right, I'm gonna be patient, because I mean, I took a nice short. I'm happy with that short, guys, that I took, right? So I'm not worried if it flushes now and taps 560 or whatever that level is. I'm not gonna be disappointed about it because I was able to capitalize, right? I mean, and that was multiple trades. MACD money. Guys, we got almost 1,900 people watching, and we're not even in power hour yet. Let's go. So hit the like button, guys, if you have not. Where are we at with likes, Ginger? Guys, we got 599 likes right now. We got almost 1,900 people watching. Just dropped a banger trade and took multiple trades, right? Only one losing trade. I think that was 3 winning trades, 1 losing trade. So do me a solid, guys, hit the like button. I think I'm dropping some sauce here as far as pretty good information. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor, guys, but I'm just basically breaking down the market and kind of showing how I trade and why I take the trades that I take. So, yeah, I mean, at this point, right, we got like 18 minutes left going into the close of a 1 hour candle. Oh, man. Wonder how the dude is doing that was going along as you describe a short setup. Yeah, I'm not sure. But guys, like, and that's the thing, right? Like, it's okay to be wrong on, I mean, remember, I tried to take a long, I didn't like the price action, I closed that trade out, right? So once I saw that we closed with conviction back below the EMA, took that trade. Took out some previous swing, like higher lows that were being put in. So that for me is, yeah, here's the gap fill. 4 hour chart. So we going lower, I think. Yeah, it's possible. What I will say, chat, is that, I mean, remember, we got a bearish EMA cross on the 1 hour chart. So naturally, right, we're going to go look at the 4 hour chart. We're forming a bearish EMA cross on the 4 hour chart right now. Collector debts, that boy good. That boy good. Just trying to make a little money. Like I said, guys, I mean, I think we got to be thankful for this price action today, like, because, you know, a lot of times it's frustrating when the market's kind of like stalling and not doing much. So got to be thankful for the price action. $53 is a support level. Yeah, I mean, I got that level drawn out because that's like the gap fill. I mean, would you get a reaction back to the upside? I mean, it's possible, right? Wouldn't be surprising at all. But I'm not gonna, what I used to do is I would have a buy order. I'm always gonna tell you guys like the good and the bad, right? I would have a buy order like sitting right at the gap fill. And you know what would happen like the majority of the time when I have my buy order sitting there? I would get kicked into the trade and it would flush lower and blow the account. So thankful for DMONEY. Hey, I'm thankful for you guys, honestly. Yeah, I know. I saw that. Sauce Gardner to Indy. Man, that's crazy. I saw that. Get those likes up. Yeah, we got 1,850 people watching right now, guys. We got 750 likes. And I dropped a lot of sauce. Took like 4 trades. 3 winning trades, 1 losing trade, right? So do me a favor, guys. Do me a solid. Hit the like button if you haven't hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, let's go. Why not have the whole candle covered, just the top wicks? because basically that a lot of times the wicks are like reaction levels. And that's like the range, the top range of the candle. Did I catch the short? Yeah, I caught some of the short. I didn't catch all of it, but I'm content with what I caught. I mean, to be honest. Like, you guys will learn that about D-Money, right? Like, guys, I'm a scalper, so when you're copy trading accounts, you don't have to catch the entire move. I'm content with a decent portion of the move. Tim Payne, 1057, good stuff, D, once again. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Just trying to make a little money. And I did take these guys, like I said, in full transparency, right? These are on eval accounts, so I made money this morning in the funded accounts, up like almost 4,000 on the funded account, so I switched basically to evals because a lot of times you don't know what you're gonna get in the afternoon, right? I saw decent price action at 12:30 for a dump. So a lot of times when that happens, the price action in the afternoon session, including power hour, is not that great. But we're getting some decent price action now, right? So that's what I said. We got to be thankful for what we're getting. We're right at the gap fill. I mean, that's pretty much donezo, right? The gap is filled. So maybe a little lower, 10 points or so, but I made my money for the day, but I'm just here for the D-Money sauce. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I can't stream every day, all day, guys. Like, right? So, I personally love streaming in the morning with PW because, like, you have another person that's analyzing the market, but also like streaming all day is a lot. I mean, I'm just being honest. So I'm sure like we'll have more morning streams. And PW kind of said that, right? Like that I'm not going to be streaming with him every morning. You know, my show, guys, is 1:30 to 4. Whenever I'm able to stream in the morning with PW, I'll obviously gladly do that because I like trading in the morning with PW. So my brother from another mother, let's go. Thankful for this trend day because these choppy last few days have been hard. Yeah. And you know what's crazy about it? Like when you see when the market's like choppy, these are the days that you like appreciate it more, right? It's almost like, because we've had some chop. Did we hit 1,000 likes, Abraham? All right, so Ginger's saying 825, guys. So we got literally almost 1,900 people watching. 1,881 people watching right now, right? Took 4 trades, 3 winning trades, 1 losing trade. D-Money love from Oklahoma. Hey, what's up? So I take it you're an OKC fan, William. Look on the 15-minute, it's not full yet. So let's go to the 15-minute chart. Yeah, I mean, so, all right. So you guys are kind of hearing me talk about that a lot. Basically, are we gonna flush down or are we gonna get a retest back up the opposite direction? Because we're in that time frame. This is at 10 minutes before the 1 hour candle closes. A lot of times you get a reaction back the opposite direction. So I wouldn't be surprised if price is kind of pushing back up a little bit. Stock 5150, my bad, just liked. I've been losing all day till you came on. Ha. Hey, just trying to make a little money. Yeah, so I'm just being patient now, right? I'm not gonna force anything. This is the current 1 hour candle. Bearish momentum candle to the downside. And we're coming up on the close of current 1 hour candle, right? So we'll see what happens at the close of the candle. So I typically, if I already caught, you know, a few trades, I'm content with that until the close of the candle, right? So I'm gonna wait until the close of this 1 hour candle. And the reason why is because, like I said, a lot of times you'll get a reaction back the opposite direction. So, which in this case will be a bullish reaction, right? Maybe back up to the EMA. So like that 627 level possibility on the 5-minute chart. Madden Rider 88, do you find yourself taking more trades than you would want to normally in order to entertain the audience? So I've kind of, what I've did to kind of, I guess, offset that is I'll switch to eval accounts. If so, like today I traded in the morning because the price action was great and I was able to catch like $4,000 in profit, right? So I just switched to eval accounts in the afternoon. And I mean, I felt like I took pretty good setups today in the afternoon, right? Like I'm not disappointed in any of the trades I took today. The one trade that didn't work out was a buy. Saw the higher lows being put in on the 5-minute chart and it just didn't hold, right? So I closed the trade. So once we rejected those higher lows and put in a lower low, I shorted on the next 15-minute candle, right? So I don't feel like I forced any trades, to be honest, not today. The price action was just good enough where you could capitalize, right? The 4K, I mean, we got a couple minutes before the close of this 1 hour candle, so I'm not looking to kind of do much here until the open of the next candle. So guys, this was basically, if you are a momentum trader, five-minute ORB, right? You map out the 5-minute ORB, 930 candle that opened and closed, and so you had some selling pressure to the downside. I just kind of waited, and once I saw price on this candle break above the 5-minute opening range, and it's above the 14 and the 50 EMA, I waited for price to come down and do a retest, and I took a buy, guys. I mean, that's I mean, this was like a price action like dream right here, right? Right out the 14 EMA, you had almost 40 points. If you held it for 10 minutes, you would have had 120 points. So I mean, it's hard to like, right? And yeah, I mean, this afternoon I saw the bearish EMA cross to the downside, 5-minute chart. You had a drop below it with momentum, and you had, so all these retests today so far, this is what I'm kind of talking about, right? All the retests that kind of popped up here, they all held of the EMAs. So on these nice like trend days, like I said, the EMAs are confluence, right? Price does a drop, it comes back to the EMA and gets rejected back down. Price does a drop, comes back to the EMA, gets rejected, sell down. Right here, price, and notice how far apart these EMAs are from one another, right? So like if I measure the EMA, sorry, that's a 40 point, like they're spread apart by like 40 points. So that's telling me that there's a lot of selling pressure in the market. So these EMAs like should hold, right? Like at least the 50 EMA. So even if I got short on the consolidation, which you guys saw, like I had to wait because tried to take a buy, it failed, close it out, back below the EMAs, swipe the lows that were put in, the swing higher lows, and then I took this short down, right? This was the last trade. So that's like a quick little rundown on these trades, right? Concept is simple, but it's our own emotions that get to us. And you know what? You're right. So the opening ORB trade, it's below the EMA. So you just have to kind of measure it. So my stop was down here. So like I had like a 10-point stop. It's below the 14 EMA. So if price broke below the 14 EMA, I didn't want to be temporarily long. So not even 10 points. Do I enter on the same 5-minute that rejects? So on this one, I entered on this candle. Like this was the entry candle. I just waited for it to get back close to the EMAs. This was the entry candle. Yeah, that candle with the long wick, that bullish pin bar, that retest down, I basically bought it in between the 14 and the 50 EMA. Let's go. So we got a couple minutes for the close of this candle, guys, and it's rejecting again. I mean, even right? So just got to be patient now. I'm not going to force anything. We're down at the gap fill area. So this is like a danger zone, like, right? Meaning that it's a little tougher now because we're right at the gap. So it's just gonna, is it gonna flush through the floor? Is it gonna come back up and do a retest? Ayo Black Scene 3331. I used the 14 and 50. 14 and 50. Just trying to make a little money. All right, so we're coming up on the close of the 1 hour candle. About 30 seconds left. And it's actually, like I said, we're right at this gap fill area. So I'm not like, and you got a lot of selling pressure. A lot of selling pressure to the downside, right? So far, since 10 o'clock, 321 points to the downside. So power hour, we're gonna enter power hour in a few seconds, right? So a lot of times power hour reverses the opposite direction. Not saying that's gonna happen today, right? So it'll be interesting to see how they play this. Why not short to the gap? Because that's what I was just kind of showing, right? We've already put in 318 points to the downside. Is it gonna flush through the gap? It might, but I already took a short. I mean, this is the open of the new 1 hour candle. And what I mean by that is I would almost want price to come back up here and do a retest a little like higher before getting short, just because we're so close to that gap fill, if that makes any sense. That's what I'm saying, right? Because this previous 1 hour candle, the length of the candle is approximately like 91 points. So I want to see price kind of open up here, push up, form some kind of top wick, rejection wick, and then push down. That's what I would like to see. And the gap, yeah, the gap is pretty much filled. I mean, guys, you're talking not even like 5 points from the top of this candle. Yeah, 3 points. The gap is pretty much filled. D-Money needs a t-shirt that says, ask me about my EMAs. Let's go. Yeah, guys, we got 1,912 people watching, right? We're going into power hour. We just started the 3 o'clock hour. So do me a solid, guys. Hit the like button if you haven't. If you're not subscribed to the channel, let's go. You rocking with D-Money. This is the D-Money Show. I trade Monday through Friday, 1:30 to 4 p.m. Just trying to make a little money. Took 4 trades, right? so far. And this is the current 1 hour chart. And is it gonna flush through the floor? Like, who knows, right? I mean, we don't know. Maybe. I just wanted more of a retest up before pushing down. Just because that gap fill's pretty much been hit already. So Cammy, why not short here? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Like for me, I just wanted more of a retest, back up, form some kind of a better top wick. Then I would feel more comfortable, but like where would my stop be if price pushes back up right now? That's the only question, right? So doesn't mean it won't go lower. It's rejecting the EMA right now on a 5-minute chart. I just wouldn't be surprised if there's a push back up. The real gap is 521 if you look at the smaller time frames. Yeah, I know. But it's pretty, I mean, we're pretty close to it though, right? I mean, yeah, I mean, we can go, let's go to the 15-minute chart. And it's gonna be too far back. So, yeah, what I'm seeing here is the high of this candle was 570. So, I mean, re-rejecting again, 5-minute chart. Evening star on the 30-minute on S&P 500. Bring a scalper is cool. Wish I was my style. I made no trades today. Price is crazy. Yeah, I mean, but if you're a trend trader, I mean, you could have traded a trend and you still would have been off the higher time frame. Look at the higher time frame. Look at the 1 hour chart. I mean, we've been bearish since, right? I mean, technically the trend is down. If you drew a trend line and all that stuff, the trend is down right now on the higher time frame. Now, and what I mean is clearly like, right? Like now, even for you, you're probably gonna catch more trades, and that's probably what you're saying, because now that you're kind of like, okay, trend has been established that we're down, put it in the low, right? Which is kind of, we're close to that gap fill, that kind of deal. So everybody trades different though. If you're not a scalper, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you got to trade how you trade. I say that all the time. If you're not a scalper, maybe you know, if you're a swing trader. So like if I wanted to get short here, my stop would have to be above the previous candle. But the 1 hour chart, I just don't like that it's only, the top wick is only like 15 points. I feel like we're gonna push up. I feel like we got a higher chance of pushing up. I could be wrong. So, but if I was short here, my stop would have to be back below the EMA, or sorry, above the EMA. 25,617. D, we in Power Hour, what's the play? Yeah, it's 11:32. Well, yes, I don't know if you've been on the stream the whole session. I've already taken 4 trades. So I'm gonna see if, see what price action kind of dictates. Took 3 winning trades, 1 losing trade. So it's a weird short where are the flushes? Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So this could be, this is kind of looking like a little V-shaped recovery right now, short term, right? On a 5-minute chart. And that's because that 1 hour chart just opened, and look how the 1 hour chart's opening, right? It's trying to form it has a nice sized bottom wick. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a push temporarily to the upside, even if they're gonna flush it. So I will probably be more apt for buys, at least probably on the 15-minute chart until 25,661. So I don't, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about a short like here. I'm just being honest. I don't necessarily like a short here. I would want more of a retest to the upside first. Yep, exploit the vibe. Long from here until it tells me otherwise. Yep. And based off how I trade, I would like to see price close like above the 14 EMA. So you're talking 25,619. Can we get back above there and close with like a convincing candle, which would kind of tell me that bulls are back temporarily? Maybe they try to push it to challenge the 50 EMA, 25,670. And like I said, and you guys already know that, right? Majority of you guys were on the stream since the beginning. So like I've already taken 4 trades. So I'm not going to force a trade into an area where we're right at the gap fill basically, right? So got to be a little patient, see if I can get a clear setup for the next trade. What if it holds the 14 EMA? Would you be interested in shorts? I mean, I would probably play it the same way I played that nice short off this one, right? Remember this trade? So this last trade that I took, basically right off the EMA, right? It actually broke like a short-term, like higher high that was put in, because like this candle, previous 5-minute candle has a higher high put in compared to the previous candle, right? And what I'm saying is, so like this low needs to get broken for a short for me. I need to see that low get taken out with a convincing candle, and then I'll try to join for shorts, possibly. $25,600 holding. Yeah, so far, but we're only 9 minutes into a 1 hour candle, so we got to keep that in mind as well. So yeah, guys, if you haven't hit the like button, please do. We got almost 1,900 people watching right now on the stream, so I appreciate the support, guys. You guys tuning in Power Hour, trying to make a little money. That's all I'm trying to do, right? So, but as far as shorts, like I don't like how this previous 15-minute candle closed. I don't like that bullish like hammer setup. That's not good, right? Like, I mean, if I'm a short-term bear, I don't want to see bullish hammers if I'm looking to short the market. And the current 15-minute candle is kind of looking like a doji so far. Wicks at the top and the bottom of the candle. Not understanding your comments regarding gap fill. PW describes gap fill as a current price compared to previous day's close. Yesterday's close was 26,103. Nah, I'm referring to that gap that's been down here for days and days and days. So this gap from here basically to here, when price basically shot up, this was on October 26th. We had a huge gap up, right, in price, and now like we just kind of filled that gap. That's what I'm referring to. This is a gap fill that everybody has been watching when price kept putting in new all-time high after new all-time high after new all-time high after new all-time high, right? And we're like, when is that gap fill gonna get filled? Bulls are ready for the end of the day. Yeah, it could be, because that's what I'm saying, guys. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we get some kind of short-term rally here, right? So as of right now, price is putting in higher lows again, right? Or yeah, higher lows, sorry, higher lows. Price puts in a low, puts in a higher low, puts in a higher low. Current candle, higher low, right? Meaning that there's some buyers that are stepping in and they're pushing price up. Price is kind of stair climbing so far. Doesn't mean that it's gonna stay the same. So just gotta kind of watch and see what happens. D-Money PW said today that he thinks gap fill will fill today and it's done. Yeah, I agree. Oh yeah, it's definitely done. Let's go. What do you think of Michael Burry placing a put on Nvidia and PLTR? I don't know who that is, to be honest. I'm not, I'm not joking or anything. I don't know who that person is. I'm guessing he's a big trader or popular trader or something, but I don't know about shorting Nvidia, to be honest. PLTR, I mean, maybe because they had like what? I mean, they had earnings, I think, yesterday, and they had a huge pump. Oh, The Big Short. Oh, okay. The guy from The Big Short. Oh, okay. So I did watch that movie, by the way, so that's funny. So, so is he the guy that Leonardo DiCaprio made that movie off of as well? Am I right on that or wrong? All right, there's the pump, guys. No? Oh, okay. Lock in D-Money. Let's go. Yeah, guys. Yeah. So I don't. Oh yeah, Wolf of Wall Street. Yep, you're right. Yep. Yeah, The Big Short. I don't know, guys. I mean, maybe he's right. Who knows? I'm looking for a buy right now. I'm being honest. That's what I'm looking for. Waiting for this 5-minute candle to close. We're back above the 14 EMA. I want to see price kind of give me some kind of conviction here. Can it close above the 14? Okay, by Kristen Bell. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not surprised at this pump. Even if it's short term, build out a bottom wick, maybe push higher, trap some sellers short term. Could be possible. Somebody said he hasn't been right since the housing bubble. Let's go. So this candle, like if I want a long, this current 5-minute candle should basically form a bottom wick and then push higher, right? All right, I'm gonna take a buy, guys. I'm gonna see if I can get momentum to the upside here. Yep. Move a lot quicker than I want it. It's moving quicker than I can even show you guys, right? Nice. I'm gonna close that out, guys. Let's go. That's over 10 points on that trade, on that pop. Quick trade, guys. So, right, I can't do much about that. Why did I buy? Because price held a 14 EMA on the 5-minute chart. And you got higher lows that are being established. So you got a wick at the bottom on this 5-minute candle. It was able to close above. Hold on 1 second. Let me switch. It was able to close above the 14 EMA. Right? So once I saw price basically reject the 14 EMA to the downside and form that bottom wick and get back above the EMA, I took the buy. My stop was only gonna be the previous low, not even 10 points, guys. Just trying to make a little money. So we'll take it, right? On these accounts, on these eval accounts. So now, look how this candle is kind of forming. Red Herd, yo, what up, D-Money? Hey, what's up? How are you? The sport's done. Boom, 10 points and the party's over. Yeah, that's why I don't get married to these trades, guys, right? I mean, that was like, it was like a 16-point pop. Probably from when I called it, yeah, it was like about 10 to 12 points. How do you put the EMAs on the chart? So if you're on TradingView, you hit indicators. You literally type in EMA. And it's the first one that's gonna pop up, moving average exponential. And you can adjust it to whatever settings you want. Surge PR 2896. Every D-Money shows a trading masterclass. Thanks, D-Money. Hey, I appreciate the kind words, man. Honestly, I do. So just trying to make a little money. And like I said, guys, I'm just basically kind of breaking down what I'm seeing in the market and why I'm taking these trades, right? So that's it. I saw the momentum building, and once price was able to close above the 14, retest and get back above the 14, I took that trade, right? So good, thank you. Hope you're doing well too. Love to see you extracting profit with your attitude. You'll conquer whatever you want through gratitude and discipline. Blessings. Hey, man. Oh, man. Yeah, hey, I appreciate that. I really do. How many Lucid Pro accounts can I have? 5. Sean Boy 13, you trading 1NQ times 5 accounts, right? Yeah, correct. W, earn my like with that one. Hey, I appreciate that. Let's go. Trying to make a little money. Yeah, guys. So, I mean, that's, like I said, I always say it, right? On the stream. If you want to learn how I trade the EMAs and price action, just continue to tune into the streams, right? That's like the best. That's going to give you the best example of it. So now you got a rejection candle. That candle closed as a rejection candle, and we're headed right back down. Let's go. Gotta love NQ. That's why I don't get married to the trades, right? Like, I basically close it and like I said, that trade was a quick 10, 11 points. D-Boy 538. Yeah, D-Money, thank you for helping us. I'm emailing PW and let him know you need a juicy raise. Let's go. Can I show? Yeah, the configuration. Yeah, it's standard. Let me try to blow it up. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's standard, right? The length so as an example, the length on this one is 14. The source is closed. I don't change anything. I just change, the only thing I change on the EMA setting is the length. I change it to 14, and on the 50 EMA, I change it to 50, right? That's it. Everything else is default. Look at this flush back down, guys. Look at that trap. Look at that trap. Short sellers are back. Let's go. So, all right. So if If I want to get short, I'm not gonna just hop in, because you might get a yoke. They might yoke it back the opposite direction, right? So I would rather wait for price to kind of get back, and we'll see how this candle closes, but I would rather wait for price to kind of get back to the EMAs, possibly. Micah 55 was short from 628. Let's go. UMPW keeping me patient and it's paying off. About to take out a 100K payout from my funded futures. I appreciate you guys. Wow. Hey, nice. Congrats. Oh, yeah, I got one. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. So I think I kind of tuned in only for a little bit today to PW stream because had to go to the barbershop. So had to get a fade. Let's go. So I think he put up on the screen that only 3.5, I think he said 3.5% of people make it to a payout. So guys, so if you're pulling out 100,000 on that payout, man, I'm happy for you, man, honestly. So you gotta celebrate. Great job. G59 Russ 19 passed my account, D-Money. Hey, congrats. I'm happy for you. The cool part about trading, guys, is that you can celebrate people winning because we're not in competition against each other, believe it or not, right? We're in competition. Like you're basically you're in competition against yourself, to be honest. Your opportunities, right? If you struggle with not being patient, if you struggle with greed, if you struggle with, you know, whatever it is, that's your competition in your trading, not the next person. Willie Profits passed 2 Top Step 50K evals this morning. Let's go. Oh man, the chat's undefeated, man. All right, so let's see how this 5-minute candle closes. We got about 50 seconds left. We're below the 14 EMA. You had a rejection candle, previous candle. You had new lows that were put in, right? So all of these like little lower highs got taken out. So that to me is bearish. So I would anticipate if this candle closes like this, probably more downside coming. Patrick King, 34.24. I took like 5 trades, had 1 losing trade. These are the trades. This is where I'm sitting at today. These are eval accounts. I made about 4,000 this morning in the funded accounts. So switched over to evals for this session. D-Money need a new shirt, 10 points and I'm gone. All right, so here's that push up, guys, that I was kind of talking about on a 5-minute chart. So is this, I would like to see us kind of tap like the 14 EMA, might not get it. That's the 25,613. And then I would try to short it down just so I can have a measured stop, maybe like 622. So like a 10-point stop roughly. You make it look easy, guys. It is not easy, right? I've been through the fire, guys. I've been trading for 10 years. I've blown accounts. I've been close to payouts and lost those accounts. I've done everything that you can imagine, guys. Trust me. It's hard. D-Money, bro, blessing for you. You are a good guy. Appreciate your knowledge. Hey, I appreciate that. I want another short, guys. I'm not gonna lie, but 613. I mean, that's not too bad on one contract. I'm gonna take a sell, guys. I'm gonna see if we can 581. I want to see if we can hit 581. I'm just trying to play into the momentum. Now this trade, I want to see if we can put in a low below 581, right? We'll see. I didn't, so I'll be honest on this trade, I'm not gonna give it a lot of room only because I didn't get in off the EMA, right? The EMA is at 614. So I want to flush now to like 582. We'll kind of see what happens here, but I want 582, which would be about 10 points if I can get it. If it's gonna push up, that's not good for me. I'll probably close it. I'll close it out at 601, which is like 10 points. I'll give it 10 points. Not good, right? I want to see it like reject. I don't want to see it get strength and push up on me. So I'm only going to give this, oh, there's the push. Got to close. Filled. 275, so got snapped on it, right? All right, so that's like, what I want is, all right, so we're getting close though, 614. Trying to measure my stop if this is gonna, let me look at the 30-minute candle though, because something's happening. All right, so look at the nastiness on the 30-minute candle, guys. So I might short it again, to be honest, because I'm closer to, my stop would be 623. EMA is 615.
Order filled.
I'm gonna take a sell and I'm gonna see if we can hold this level. If we close above probably 622, I'll be out. Got to be a little careful on this trade, right? I want to see rejection like quick to the downside. I don't want to see it push up on me. Just playing into the fact that the EMAs have held. Might not work this time. It happens. But I want to see price like hold, hopefully the EMA, right? And if it snaps up here, then I'll probably close early because I'm not gonna get back. Yep, I don't like that. I don't like that price action. Give it one more second. And my finger's literally on the trigger, guys, to close. Because I don't like, I wanted rejection quicker, so I'm just kind of watching. I want to pull back here, and I want to see it like start rejecting this 14 EMA on the 5-minute chart. And it's looking like it wants to take out the previous candle's high, which is not good. Eight seconds left. I'm kind of waiting to see if we get a pullback. Not good. Gonna close.
Order filled.
All right, so took like 7 trades. Seven trades, I think, and it's probably gonna reject now, right? Oh man, yep, right back down. Here we go. Gotta love it. So what I wanted is, so all right, so if this candle closes bearish, I might have the next bearish setup. But I'm not gonna force it, right? Still green on the day. I took like, man, probably like 7 trades. Had like 3 losing trades, 4 winning trades. So I'm gonna be a little careful here because what I wanted was price to reject. Because the last time it was here, it rejected EMAs, right? It took out some lows and maybe it comes down. Like, I'm not sure. Maybe it comes on this because now we're in a new 30-minute candle. So maybe we get a flush to the downside, to be honest. And it looks like that's what's probably gonna happen, which is a little frustrating, but that's trading. Now it's dropping. Oh man. Right back down, guys. So this is what I wanted, right? But it didn't happen, so I had to close it out. This candle so far is a 30-point drop. Oh, man. Had the right plan, but I was early. Yeah. Yep. And that happens sometimes, guys. Like I said, I'm not perfect either, right? So, I mean, some of the things that you guys struggle with, I'll struggle with the same thing, guys. Entry, sometimes you don't get the right entry, is frustrating, or it takes off and you had the right idea, right? It's frustrating. It happens. I am B-more. You called it. I made money on it. That's the funny part, right? Somebody made money on the short. I'm happy for you, man. I just didn't like it because I wanted like a rejection, and the funny part about it, the previous candle did not take out the previous candle's high, right? So the green candle did not take out that previous candle's high, but I didn't like how it was reacting there, so I felt like it was gonna bust through it, so I just closed it out. It happens. Still green, right? So I'll take it. Did we close the gap? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, based on what I'm looking at, we did. So exactly, risk management is key. Yep, I agree. And that trade's been planned pretty much all day, right? So that's why I took the trade. So it just so happened the next candle actually gave the move like back down. So that's the funny part. That's what's, like I said, guys, it's frustrating sometimes, like when you see that, but you can't control it. You know, it actually feels a little better that we got the rejection, even if it's on the next candle, because at least you know that, you know, you're like, hey, you know, your direction was right, but you're a candle early. Didn't make any money on it, but it happens. Market is going to end about here. Yeah, it could. I mean, because of the time, right? Wouldn't be surprised. DMONEY, it can happen. Thanks for your nice trades. I was up 12. I was down 1,200 on my pro account. Now I'm only 500 down. Thank you. Hey, I appreciate the kind words, man. But like I said, you guys are the ones taking the trades, right? So I called out a lot of trades today, guys. Probably like, this is the most that I've called out on the stream. I think I took like 7 trades, 4 winning trades, 3 losing trades. I'm green on the day. We'll take it, right? Rally up to 700 into close. Anything's possible with NQ. Anything's possible. The price action was there for the call outs. Good stuff. Hey, I appreciate that, Tim Payne. Yeah, guys, I take this. I try to, well, I'll take that back. I try to take the same trades over and over. I try to trade like a robot, if that makes any sense. Because if you're trading like a robot, you're basically trading with no emotion, right? Which is easier said than done. Because we're all human. And we're naturally, right, there's emotion involved. That's why trading is hard, because emotions are involved. So is like, are they gonna kind of catapult this through this area, or is this rejection candle gonna hold? Because the weird part is, the higher low was still put in and it's being respected so far, right? You had a low put in, higher low, so far, higher low. So might be a good time to be careful in this area. You might get a rip to the upside, to be honest. Similar to that trade I took earlier. Does your strategy work in Asia? Somebody said they've been they were trading the same way that I trade in the agent session. They said it was working earlier in the stream. So, do you ever trade on your phone or tablet? I actually trade at home on my iPad Pro, guys. I copy trade on my iPad Pro. There's the pump. Wonder if we can get up to 640. Or 660, right? And somebody said AMD earnings. What time is AMD earnings, chat? 4 o'clock? D-Money intuition about the price action was right. It was smelly and he caught that due to his experience. That makes him a pro. I mean, I appreciate the kind words. So just trying to make a little money, guys, right? Wants to come down? I mean, it could. It's like, it's consolidating though. That's the problem. It's consolidating, and you mentioned you will wait for the EMA tap. Yeah, and I went exactly. Yep, you're right. And that's why I close it right when I don't like that price action, because I knew I entered like early. So it happens. What are those famous bulls? Where are those famous bulls? You're saying going into the close? Yeah. And I'm just kind of watching now, right? Because it's like you're above the EMA on a 5-minute chart. This candle closing bullish would be great for bulls, to be honest. And what I mean by that is price is putting in like some bullish, kind of like higher lows. You got like 20 seconds left. On this current 5-minute candle. And that earnings, so somebody was saying earnings is coming out, right? So remember that earnings play could be the pop if they're gonna reverse it. So just kind of tape reading at this point, right? Because it's not much. All right, let's look at the 15-minute chart. This is the current 15-minute chart. Is this candle going to close green, right? On the 15-minute chart, that's the question. And push up and tap maybe 25,652. Kind of trap sellers, still trying to short, going into the close, right? Long wick at the bottom on the previous 15-minute candle, which is not great if I'm a bear, because that wick is almost 40 points. So I wouldn't be surprised, guys, right? 15-minute keeps rejecting, yep. And you got these EMAs. So remember the 15-minute chart, the 14 EMAs sitting at roughly 25,654. Wouldn't be surprised, right? If they're gonna push it. Longs on NASDAQ and gold. $26,104 incoming. Okay. You might be right. You might be right. I mean, remember, guys, nothing would surprise me as far as some upside now, right? Because we've already had pretty much that gap fill. So, not surprised. Today I went short at the bottom and long at the top, so not very good. Yeah, that happens, unfortunately, right? The question's gonna be, are you gonna learn from it? Costa Rica Chris. Try to learn from it, man. I mean, that's all you can do is trading. All right, there's the push. The bulls are here, guys. The bulls are present. So I wouldn't be surprised if we tap at least the 14 EMA, 654, right? That would be like a nice like push. So I'm trying to see something on the 5-minute chart. Yeah, I mean, I see, yeah, that's 657 if this level is gonna hold. Did somebody kind of push AMD? What time is AMD earnings? Is it 4 o'clock or 4:05? 4:15. D-Money, that 15-minute looks like a bear flag. Could be. But we're also going into the power hour close, right? So we know what happens a lot of times there. There's a rejection back to opposite direction. This is a 30-minute chart. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I could be wrong, right? I'm not. But that 651 area, if they're going to really push it, guys. All right. Took another buy. Tried to get in, and I'm going to kind of hold this and see if we can get up to 651. If not, I'm going to close right now. I like the momentum, guys. All right, I'm going to close. Yeah, I'm basically just playing the 5-minute EMAs, right? Price close above the 5-minute EMA, I'm taking a buy. And I wouldn't be surprised if we tap 656 if they're really gonna push it, right? If they're really gonna push it, I wouldn't be surprised if we tap 656 because on the 15-minute chart, that's like the closest EMA, right? That's the 14 EMA. But I would be careful because obviously I closed that trade, right? So here's the flush back down. Or is it a retest to go higher? Gotta love it. Let's go. Do I ever hold into the 50? Yeah, it depends on how the candle looks though. That's the thing, right? So look at the 15-minute chart. Like, I wanted it to happen like there. I didn't want to see a push down because price already had a bullish pin bar on the 15-minute chart, right? So why is it gonna like push down like that? I didn't like that price action. Once it got in momentum, I want to see it like follow through. If I start seeing it reject, I'll probably close early. I think today was a good, very good illustration of how I'm using the EMAs and scalping, to be honest. What is my dream job? This is my dream job. Liberal trader. Let's go. I don't know. D-Money feels like ADX and EMA is telling me when we short. Yeah, so right now we're rejecting. I mean, 15-minute chart, we're currently rejecting, having a hard time. So that's why I don't that's why I don't hold and get married to trades, right? If I don't like the price action, and that could cost me some points sometimes because clearly price, you know, you're not gonna close at the top. To be honest, you're never really gonna close at the top, it feels like. But I'm okay with that. I'm up like 500 per account on those evals. So we'll take it. And the rejection back down. So let's go to the 5-minute, right? Because we can see it better on the 5-minute chart. So, all right, this is the 5-minute chart that we're kind of looking at. And you got rejection right back down. So like, if I'm a short-term bull, like I don't want to see this level get broken, because that's kind of like, okay, a lower low was kind of put in. So that is your long. So Terry J, you're saying a long from here? Yeah, I only want to take longs if I'm above the EMA. That's the only thing, because I know that price has been pretty much playing all day below the EMAs. We're super bearish. That's just how I'm kind of playing it. So somebody said full, you want me to full port? That would be a negative. Not gonna full port, guys. Not gonna give back my profit, right? Even if it's on evals, I'm not gonna give that back. P saying 53.49. D-Money rocks. Hey, I appreciate that. Just trying to make a little money. Bear flag on the 15. Yeah, so now I would say, right? Because, all right, look at this momentum candle to the downside. Craziness, right? So, yeah, I would be short bias right now, clearly. All right, next 5-minute candle is going to open. So I would like to see a push up to maybe 607. And then try to short it down, because now the market's kind of showing you its hand, so to speak, right? That they may want to take it lower, but you don't always get that retest. That you want, meaning that I wanted 606 and it's flushing down, so can't catch them all. Guys, I think I took like 8 trades today, right? So had like 3 losing trades, 5 winning trades, up almost $500 per account. These eval accounts, that's like $2,500. Made like $4,000 on the funded accounts this morning. So today's a good day, guys. Hit the like button if you haven't hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. I think even on the losing trades, those trades were trades that I'm like, except for, I mean, that trade I took that before this one, I got in a little early. I didn't get in right off the EMA, so that trade didn't work out, right? And it's funny because you look at this current 5-minute candle, it never got back to the EMA, and of course it's gonna drop, right? That's just how this candle dropped 25 points and only had a 5-point top wick, and that's just how it is sometimes. So like I said, I'm not perfect either, guys. It happens. Thanks to you, I look at the higher time frame candles, and that opening 1545 M15 candle took a story filling I think you're saying took a short filling a gap with a 1430 to go lower. Nice. Collector of debts, let's go for 2,000 likes. That boy great. Oh man, I appreciate the kind words, guys. Yeah, we got 1,800 people watching, guys. I took a lot of trades today. I'm up like 2,500 across the 5 eval accounts. If you joined the stream late, I traded eval accounts this afternoon only because I made like 4,000 in the funded accounts this morning, right? So I switched over to evals for the afternoon. So the sport's done. D-Money, enjoy your evening. I'm rolling out as always. Thanks. Hey, have a good night, man. Guys, what about the Lakers? The Lakers are balling. I didn't talk about that, right? I didn't talk about the Lakers. The Lakers are balling right now. Without they won last night without Luka, and obviously LeBron's injured. CJ Bellero 444. Nice. Thanks for being transparent about losses. Yeah, man. Hey, it's part of trading, right? So I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, guys. I take losses like everybody else, right? But as you guys can see, that doesn't mean that you have to end the day in the negative, right? You can still take other trades and end up positive. So I'll take the 2,500, right? Across these evals. Sleepy Mocha, yeah, I agree. Yeah. LA sports right now. I mean, you got the Dodgers that won the World Series. You got the Lakers that are, I'm happy that the Lakers are starting the way that they start. So I hope that, look at that flush. I'm hoping it continues. D-Boy 538, D-Money's been green every day for a month. He's unreal to watch. Let's go. Well, guys, I mean, I'm showing you guys, I mean, you saw some losing trades, and even on the losing trades, like I said, I'm not upset at myself for taking them because I felt they were good setups. They just didn't work. I mean, I wish every trade was 100% win rate, right? But that's not possible. Sometimes you're early. You know, you take a risk. Like I took a risk and I got in early on that trade, hoping that the rejection would follow, and it went back pretty much to the EMA. Jerome should be the only one trading on Fridays. Oh man. When is your video coming out with the strat? So we actually recorded some content today. We're going to be recording some content for the rest of the week, actually, guys. So stay tuned for that. It'll be coming out pretty soon. And like I said, I always say, right, continue to tune into the streams because you're gonna see live like what I'm thinking and why I'm taking a trade. So Siri 999, thank you, D-Money. Learning from you. I tune in every day. Hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, it looks like, I agree. It looks like the flush is here. She about to be gone. So 4-hour chart. This is the 4-hour chart. Let's go. So guys, this is like, all right, what would get us to be, because temporarily we're like bearish now, right? I mean, I think we all gotta agree. We're below the 14 and 50 EMA on the 4-hour chart. Now, however, on the daily chart, we are still bullish. We are still in an uptrend, right? We're just getting a nice little pullback. So we need to see, like, basically to get a bearish EMA cross on the daily chart, we need more downside momentum, right? But on the 4-hour chart, we're getting a bearish EMA cross, and that is something that could be signaling something, right? More downside pressure to come, possibly. But Trump could tweet one thing and the market reverses the opposite direction. Bart Delabere, 3432. I used the 14 EMA this afternoon and finally turned profitable just now. Hey, that's great to hear, man. Just trying to make a little money. Yeah, guys, like I said, this is my dream job. I know everybody that's been watching since I started streaming, you're probably sick of me saying that, but it is. And I'm just trying to break down how I see the market, why I'm taking trades, and all of that. So CPI low from the 24th. Yeah. I mean, where do we go? Where do we go from here? We finally got, right, this fill that we've been talking about. Living Awesome 9856, super helpful. Thanks. Hey, I appreciate that. The name pronounced, say here, big bro, haha. Hey, yeah, I apologize for the mispronunciation. What advice do you give for someone struggling? I've been in trading for 2 years now, seriously, 1 year. I would say don't focus on what you see people making on social media. Focus on yourself. I made that mistake a lot. I talk about that a lot. I was so focused on basically, oh, somebody made $40,000 today. I only made 500 as an example. And that's frustrating. So I had to learn that I'm only in competition with myself, and I have to be content with my progress. Even a losing day, guys, if you have a losing day, but you know that maybe you took the wrong setups, like how I kind of talked about that trade, right? I got in early, it did not retest the EMAs, and I shorted it early, right? When it got close to the EMAs or close to the previous candle's high, I had to close that trade out. That's just like kind of knowing, like trying to set up, I guess, a strategy where you know where your trade's invalid, where you need to close it out and be okay with that. Because as you saw, right, couple trades after that, I think they were like winning trades. So one trade is not going to define you guys. Losing trades don't define you if you are taking pretty good setups. D-Money enjoys talk therapy. Yeah, I just try to honestly share like stuff that I've struggled with, because I think a lot of times people feel like even streamers have it all figured out. We don't have it all figured out, guys. We take losses just like everybody else. We're just doing it in front of thousands of people, to be honest. All right, I'll work on that pronunciation, man. I apologize. But guys, I appreciate you guys for tuning into the stream as always. I feel like you know, it's like a family, right? Honestly. So I appreciate like sharing my like what I've kind of struggled with, what I struggle with, knowing myself in trading, and it's awesome like seeing people getting payouts. That for me is like craziness. You're a gem, man. Thank you for sharing. Hey, like I said, I'm humble, guys. Thank you, brother. Send your best to Jerome. Yeah, I'm sick of Jerome, man. This guy tried to get me to lose my job, right? Comes onto the stream calling me a nerd, and this guy Jerome, man. It's the vibe. That's why I'm here. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I feel like we got a nice vibe going. So I appreciate you guys rocking with D-Money. Turn the page 7,800. Thanks, D-Money. Have a great day. Hey, you too. Gentleman and the scholar. Yeah, guys. So I think, yeah, today's a good day, right? So green in the evals, green on the funded accounts. I'll take it. It'll be, I think, if I'm reading price correctly, based off what I'm seeing, I mean, we might have some pretty good price action coming up over the next couple days, right? Because, I mean, I'm seeing a EMA cross bearish on the 4-hour chart. So that for me is spicy. That could mean more downside. I'm not sure. We'll see. But as a price action trader, you trade what's in front of you, not what you think. You try to, at least. So that's what I'll be trying to do tomorrow, right? So thanks for all you do. Hey, I appreciate you tuning into the stream. Pokemon Chinkster, do you make all your trades through TradingView? No, so I'm actually only like viewing the charts on TradingView. I'm actually taking the physical trades on Trade-of-8 copier, so Trade-of-8 prop. So the BDH uses Trade-of-8 prop. So I'm copy trading on Trade-of-8 prop. I'm just looking at charts on TradingView. Hey D-Money, I just got a payout with funding ticks today, so I really wanted to thank you for everything. Carlos, hey man. I'm humbled by that, but like I said, I always say you guys are doing the work. I'm not clicking buy or sell for you, so congrats on your payout. Mary Prayer House, please explain what price action is. So price action is basically just price moving on a chart. That's all price action is. And basically I want to trade momentum. So like this is like a quick example of it. So this candle to me, this black candle, this is a 4-hour chart. That to me is a momentum candle, and it's actually a bearish engulfing candle, because if you look at the 10 o'clock candle on the 4-hour chart, the top wick and the bottom wick and the entire body engulfed the previous green candle's body, right? So that tells me that there's a lot of strength to the downside. So that's momentum. So when price is a momentum, I want to look to follow it and look basically to follow in that direction, and it's for shorts. So I'm not surprised that we're selling down now because of that previous 4-hour candle. That's just an example. Jerome needs some of that payout. Yeah, Jerome needs a lot of that payout. This guy has 10 kids, 10 different baby mamas. So be careful with Jerome. Don't trust him. Appreciate you, D-Money, always giving the sauce. Yeah, man, I mean, hey, if somebody can learn, or maybe, you know, from stuff that I went through, then that's a good thing, right? Turn a negative into a positive, because guys, I've actually learned trading how I trade now through losses. I'm just being honest, blowing accounts, getting frustrating, wanting to quit, questioning like, is trading for me? And if I would have stopped trading, like, it's crazy, right? If you think about it. Yeah, I'm here now. PW gave me my own show on his channel. I'm grateful for that. I talk about that all the time. But like, if I would have quit trading, none of this would have happened. Think about that. We need a strategy video. Yeah, just stay tuned. We're gonna be dropping some stuff, so some more content. Am I taking any more trades? Nah, I'm done for today. I mean, guys, I think today was a record for me on stream. I think I took like 8 trades. Had like, I think 3 losing trades, probably like 5 winning trades. I think that's enough, right? In this session. So, green on the day, up like 2,500 across the accounts. We'll take it. When was a turning point? Well, I mean, I was getting payouts even in futures though, so you guys got to remember that, right? I was getting payouts, trading Forex. So I just basically switched to futures because you had a lot of shady prop firms that were like disappearing after paying people out. So I had to get out of there. So it took a few years. Is it bearish at this point? I don't see buys. I don't see any buys right now, guys. EMAs are holding. We had that little consolidation. This is the 5-minute chart. So I wouldn't be surprised like if this current candle kind of comes down here and tests like 559. Wouldn't be surprised and is actually selling off as I kind of say that, right? I think that little consolidation up here was a trap to basically trap buyers. And obviously it's hindsight right now, but this little consolidation range. And then now we're kind of like selling down, right? And there's that, here we go, right? Here's more selling pressure. Yeah, I don't see any buys right now. Based off how I trade. Does PW let you take out any of his cars while he's gone? No. So I saw Ginger racing by here in one of his cars. So I'm like, what is going on? I saw Ginger. She had like, yeah. Ginger had a cigarette. I'm like, she's not even a smoker. She had a cigarette and she was racing one of his cars down the street, guys. So I'm just joking. Been trading every day for a year, but the last 3 weeks have been my best from watching D-Money. Ah, man. Debo 538, I appreciate it, man. But like I said, you guys are doing all the work. So you're such a great teacher. All of your managerial experience has paid off, and you are a kind person. NQ Soccer Mom, I appreciate that. I like your username. So being a father myself, right? My daughter's gonna turn 2 in a couple weeks. So yeah, here's that sell-off, guys, that I was kind of talking about, right? Not surprised. All right, guys, so I'm gonna call it here. I think good session, right? More sell-off even on that trade, right? That I didn't take that trade, but I basically just saw it rejecting the EMA. So that was a nice short there. Feel like it was a really good stream today. So I appreciate you guys tuning in as always. I don't take it for granted, guys. I'm humbled by it and I appreciate it. So tomorrow's another day, right? So I will be back tomorrow at 1:30. Catch you guys on the next stream.